After the execution of Ken Saro-Wiwa and the Ogoni 9 in November 1995, the Ogoni people faced a period of intensified repression and hardship. The Nigerian government, in collaboration with oil companies, sought to silence dissent and discourage any further activism. Security forces were deployed to Ogoniland, leading to reports of human rights abuses, arbitrary arrests, and extrajudicial killings of activists and community members. Environmental degradation continued to plague the region as oil companies carried on with their operations with little regard for the well-being of the local communities. Pollution from oil spills and gas flaring persisted, damaging farmlands, contaminating water sources, and disrupting livelihoods. Ogoni activists and leaders who continued to advocate for their rights and environmental justice faced harassment, threats, and intimidation. Many were forced into hiding or had to flee the country to ensure their safety. The government's suppression of media coverage and freedom of expression limited the spread of information about the situation in the Niger Delta, making it challenging for the world to fully grasp the extent of the Ogoni people's struggle. Displacement and land disputes became more common as the Nigerian government, in alliance with oil companies, carried out forced evictions and land grabs in Ogoniland, further disrupting the lives of the community and undermining their traditional ways of life. Despite international condemnation, the government did not conduct a thorough and impartial investigation into the executions of Ken Saro-Wiwa and the Ogoni 9, and those responsible for their deaths were not held accountable. This lack of justice created a climate of impunity for human rights violations in the region. Amidst these challenges, the spirit of resistance among the Ogoni people remained strong. They continued to advocate for justice, environmental protection, and the respect of their rights. The tragedy of the Ogoni 9 and the broader Ogoni struggle brought international attention to the human rights and environmental issues in the Niger Delta, inspiring solidarity movements and ongoing efforts to hold the government and oil companies accountable for their actions. The Ogoni people's fight for justice, their determination to protect their land, and their quest for environmental restoration persisted as they upheld the memory of Ken Saro-Wiwa and the fallen activists as a guiding light.